This video will visually demonstrate how level of service, or LOS, works at a signalized intersection. In the upper left-hand portion of the screen, an LOS delay meter shows how many seconds a driver waits at a signal to get through. When the needle gets up in the red area, this is LOSE, or significant delays. You can see the long lines of cars on Marengo. At this intersection of Marengo at Del Mar, we had to wait 2 signal cycles to get through. When the light turns green, we still wait because the passive left turn has opposing traffic with the right-of-way. So it's still possible with a green light that only one left-turning car gets through. This intersection has several LOSF conditions for approaches and even exiting vehicles. This is happening from 7:18 to 7:25 a.m. Driving around looking for another LOSF condition, we find an LOSE condition at Del Mar and Fair Oaks. Turning around and going the other way, we have an LOSD condition. A light rail train just went by, and all the cars clear several signals operating in coordination mode. Heading over on California to Lake and back up westbound towards Lake, we wait through 2 signal cycles for a total of 145 seconds of delay, an LOSF condition. Anything over 80 seconds delay is an LOSF condition, and we just barely made it through, or it could have added another 100 more seconds of delay for an additional signal cycle. Coming up to the next intersection, going northbound on Lake and getting in the left turn pocket at California, we have to wait through 2 signal cycles. After the signal turns red, we have to wait until the light turns green. Waiting for a gap in traffic, we barely make it through. Coming up on California at Marengo, we have to wait 2 signal cycles. Traffic is backed up through the intersection, blocking traffic as the light turns red. We have to wait another signal cycle. This is LOSF for a total of 102 seconds of delay, and even an 80-second wait is LOSF conditions. Heading northbound now on Los Banos toward Del Mar, we have to wait 3 signal cycles for a total of 145 seconds delay. LOSF happens at the 80-second mark, and then we wait for another signal cycle. And finally, on the green, we go through. Looking for another LOSF condition, here we found it on Los Robles at California going northbound at 8:23 a.m. Waiting for the second signal cycle, the light turns green and we are through at 98 seconds, but still an LOSF condition. Quickly turning around, we can see another problem on Los Robles going southbound. Many cars are in the queue. The light turns red for the second time and then green, and then another red. And when I finally get to the intersection, I have to stop again. A total of 125 seconds of delay happens here, an LOSF condition times 2. The next big delay was at Arroyo, going southbound towards California, with nearly a 4-minute delay and 3.5 signal cycle wait. You can see each time the signal turns green, the cars move forward a little bit more. This stop and go condition is ranked as LOS-F times 4. Heading over on California toward Lake again, we can see an extremely long line of cars, actually 2/3 of a mile long, and it just keeps on going and going and going and going. Flipping a U-turn and getting into the queue, it took 8 minutes to get back to Lake, a trip that should have taken only slightly more than a minute. We had to wait for a total of 6 signal cycles and 480 seconds of delay. The average speed was 5 miles per hour. It can be observed that hardly any of these cars got out of the line to turn right or left, as they are all headed towards the Lake intersection. This long line of cars is an unacceptable traffic condition, LOS-F times 6. But this condition is not reflected in the local intersection level of service calculation at California and Lake. This situation is a traffic operations issue and can only be studied with a traffic operations software, such as SimTraffic or some other micro-simulation software, which can look at more than one intersection at a time as a system of intersections.